So the question, this podcast, to answer a question, do you have to believe everything that you think? Do you have to believe everything that enters your mind? On this podcast, I'm be teaching you that you actually don't have to believe it, every thought, and that you control what you believe. So let's get into it. Welcome to Stroke of Genius Podcast Survivor Experience. I'm your host, Aaron. 13 years ago, I suffered a brain aneurysm and a stroke. My mission of this podcast is to provide you with the support, valuable insights, and inspiration to help you need to rebuild your life after stroke. So without further ado, here's your host, Aaron Avalon. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for being here. You know, without you, I would not be able to do what I do. So I want you to please like this video, subscribe to Stroke TV Media YouTube channel, and maybe share with a friend if you think it might help them. What? My dog's kind of... Again, my dog is barking. I have no idea why. Anyway, but this podcast gets about as real as it gets. Okay, sorry about that. I interrupted. Anyway, so the bottom line is this podcast is probably going to be a two-part series because I was working on this morning. Kind of puts the final touches, and it's going to probably be at least a two-parter because it's pretty intense. So I want you to know there's almost a two-step process that goes on in your mind. First, your life is a makeup of everything you believe. And the mind is so powerful, it will take what you believe and make it and bring supporting ideas up to make it sound real, even though it may be incorrect. So you as a stroke survivor, how many of you struggle? I'm going to tell you right now, struggle in your mind with being a stroke survivor. We as Stroke TV Media believe that the foundation of your finding a life for a stroke is in your mind. The physical, all the other stuff will come with it. But you must get control of your mind and the way it thinks. Because stroke will push you to your absolute limit of what your mind thinks. And today's podcast can on that. So the question I asked at the beginning of the podcast is, can you control what is in your mind? I'm going to say yes, you control what goes in your mind. You can filter it first. And I'm going to give you two things that can filter your mind before you allow it to become a belief. And if every thought you think, you run through this filter of these two words, it'll change your life. Really will. It's changing mine. I'm learning it too. This is all newer to me. But those two words, this principle I'm going to teach you is the same for both stroke and non-stroke peeps. Although I will say, we as stroke survivors, we battle in our mind. Our main battle is what we think and how we feel about ourselves. I'm going to give you a way to filter your mind, your thoughts, before you make them a concrete belief. I want to give a shout out to our dear brother who inspired me to do this, who taught me this theory, this principle. Mitch Axelrod. He's a stroke survivor brother, but he's also a very high-end businessman, entrepreneur, C-suite executive. So, Mitch, thank you so much for providing this content, this information to me. As I apply it to my mind, my life is changing my life. And I'm here to share this with you, my stroke survivor brother, sister, that if you apply this principle today to your mind, to your thought, it'll begin to change your life. Well, it changes. I changed mine from the moment I began it. I'm still learning. It's not easy. What I'm about to teach you is simple, but not easy. We've been programmed for our whole lives to take our thoughts and make them beliefs. I'm going to give you a thought that we could comment in strokes above world that makes you believe. You are not worth anything as strokes above. You're a burden. That is a thought. Now, you can hold that in, but let that go deep into your mind and become a belief, but it's not true. And these two words I'm about to give you right now, if you filter every thought you have with these two words, they will change before you let them sit in your mind as a belief. Because you are not a burden. You're not worthless. You're not worthless. You're worth something. You are here. You're alive. You're worth something. You're valuable. So I wanted to tell you right now. I'm pause a second. I want to share the chat. Let me use out there chat. Oh, Kim, great to see Kim out there. Yeah, I know. Kim, hopefully what I gave you let him watch this, and this will hopefully help him understand this. That thoughts, not beliefs. And those two words I'm going to give you right now are the two words that Dan or anyone can filter out of their mind. If it doesn't pass this test of the two words, you don't make it a belief, you let it go. You let it pass by, it's not true. You don't make it a belief. So here are the two words. Are you ready? Does it love me? Does a thought love me? And does a thought serve me? If it doesn't pass, and I'll explain that in a minute, but if it doesn't pass that, I call it smell test or thought test. Does it love me? What does that mean? Does it love me? Does that thought make me feel like I'm enough? Or does it make me feel like I'm not enough? Does it make me feel self-love? Or does it make me feel self-hate? So if it makes you feel self-hate, makes you feel negative, it's not loving you. The thought is not loving you. You need to not let it become a belief and let it go through your mind. Let pass by. Think about something positive. Replace it with something positive. So the second half is one, does it love me? Does it serve me? Does it make me a better person? Does it help me think of myself better than I am before? So if it doesn't serve me, get rid of it. Let it pass by. You don't have to accept it. Let me get back to the comments, see what's going on in the comments out there. All right, yeah. Kim said, by the way, Kim is a caregiver of a stroke. Her husband has a stroke, and he battles with this mind. What happens is, I call it the enemy. The enemy can be our own mind. But if we train our mind not to allow thoughts to become beliefs that don't love me or serve me, we let them go. We don't let them become a belief. See, so many times we believe because we think we have to believe it. It's not true. That is a lie. Why am I different? Because I started my journey as stroke survivor, thinking about my mind and seeing the role of what the mind plays. The mind is everything in stroke. I think as we get into it, as you continue to follow Stroke TV media content, I hope it will allow you to see that your mind, your thoughts are the problem. And you need to learn that your attitude and the way you think means finding a life after stroke, or that you don't find it. But if you stay with Stroke TV media, we're different than pretty much everybody else out there because the physical rebuilding of your life, the movement of your arms are now priority. This journey I sat on, was on for 13 years now, really was started by that way of thinking. Now, when I became a stroke survivor, laying there half paralyzed, speech deficit, I can make a difference. I can make a difference. My mind being given to tell me I was worthless. I was burdened. I was suicidal at beginning, but it's not true because I learned that I can control my thoughts. I can control what I allow to become a belief, meaning that, let's say, as a stroke survivor, you have a thought that you're worthless. It's just a thought. Run the filter. Does this love me or does it serve me? So many times we don't filter our thoughts and we make them beliefs. Then we begin to believe we're worthless. Well, that only leads to despair, depression, and maybe suicide. So I'm going to teach you right now. Run every thought you have. Every thought, whether you're a stroke survivor or in Kim's position. She's the wife of a stroke survivor. Every thought we have as human beings be ran through the filter, those two words of filter. Does it love me? Does it serve me? If it doesn't, let it go. Do not let it sit in your mind as a belief, because then your mind will begin to pop it up as a belief. All right, all right, look at this comment from Rice, which is a close brother of mine. He gets those negative thoughts and doesn't allow them to become a belief. He then goes on doing dishes or making coffee for his wife. He does not let the thought become a belief by doing something. I'm telling you that you don't have to believe every thought you think, because they're not being true, especially not true if they don't pass that test. Do they love you? Does that thought love you, or does it serve you? Hey, there's good morning from Scott White, Georgia. Good morning. And there's Melissa. By the way, Melissa, I don't know if anybody has noticed, but we are building. I am building, and we are building as a team. Melissa and Corona, building a team called Empowered Stroke Coaching. And Melissa's the lead coach. She's my general manager of the new division. So I'll be giving you more information. In fact, I'll put some information. I'll link to a blog I wrote about it. Well, okay, let's get, sorry, I got that. But I want you to understand, I'm going to play a video. I mentioned Mitch Axelrod. He's the one that actually began to put me on this journey of thought, mind, thoughts, and beliefs, and how you don't have to listen to everything your mind thinks. It's not true. Running through the filter I just told you. But here's Mitch. I asked him to do a video. Let's see what he gives us. Here goes Mitch Axelrod. He's the one that taught me this.
Hi, Aaron. Great to be with you. You asked me to cover a couple of questions today, so let me riff on those two for the next 5 minutes, and you'll hopefully get something very valuable out of this. Robert Oxton Bolt was a screenwriter way back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. He wrote 3 great movies, 2 Academy Awards, Dr. Zhivago, A Man for All Seasons, Lawrence of Arabia. You might have heard of these. But I read a quote he had written about 15 years ago, maybe more now, 20. And here it is. And it changed everything about my whole belief system. So get ready. Belief is not merely an idea the mind possesses. Belief is an idea that possesses the mind. Let me repeat. Belief is not merely an idea the mind possesses. Belief is an idea that possesses the mind. Now, when I read that, I almost fell off my chair. I felt like I got hit like a bolt of lightning from Robert Oxton Bolt. And I start to re-examine all my beliefs, not whether they're right or wrong, agree or disagree, but in the light of, do I own this belief or does it possess me? Am I a servant to this belief or am I the master of this belief? And there's a big difference. And here's how you can tell simply. If you can change it, question it, criticize it, laugh at it, have other people question it, be willing to adapt it, change it, alter it, or give it up totally, you own it. On the other hand, if it owns you, then you're a servant to that belief and you organize your life around supporting the belief. All right. And now that's not a good or bad thing. That's just a thing in terms of relating to your beliefs. But it's an important thing because obviously, if you are the master of your beliefs, you control this most important mechanism up here that directs much of your life. All right. I don't call it mindset because that's actually a really bad term to use. It means a set mind. And when a mind is set in a certain way, calibrated, it's stuck there. And usually what happens is that belief begins to possess you. So where did this all lead to? It led to a very important distinction about how I live my life. My mantra, since I was 16 years old, is I love and serve people and they reward me with their money. Sounds corny and old-fashioned, happens to be true, and it's been true throughout my whole life, ups and downs, ins and outs, success and, quote, failure, setbacks. However, I developed something out of this distinction Robert Oxton Bolt gave me. And I said, well, let me examine all my beliefs now in the context of, do they love and serve me? And do they love and serve the people I love and serve? Then I began to realize that any belief that did not love and serve me or love and serve the people I love and serve, I said, why am I holding on to this? What am I getting out of holding on to a belief that may not love me, may not serve me, in fact, may be doing harm, may be creating stress, anxiety, worry, fear, doubt, uncertainty? So I developed a mantra that not only did it apply to my life, but it actually applied to business as well. And here's the mantra. If you have a belief that does not love and serve you or love and serve the people you love and serve, why are you holding on to it? Because you're getting something out of it. I'm not here to psychoanalyze what it is, why it is. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is, if you're holding on to any belief that does not love and serve you or love and serve the people you love and serve, you're creating stress for yourself. And that belief then tends to possess you. And you organize your life around making sure that belief stays intact. And instead of being open to change your thinking, you defend, you protect, you try to prove, or you ignore all the evidence to the contrary because the belief possesses you and is making sure that you don't give it up. And once you give it up, because you realize it's not loving and serving you, you're free, you're liberated from that belief. You start to gain control of this most important thing that dominates your life. So the lesson I learned was examine every belief in the context of, do I own it or does it possess me? And more important, does it love and serve me or love and serve the people I love and serve? And start to replace all the beliefs that don't love and serve you with beliefs that do love and serve you. So that's my message for today. I thank you for listening. Thank you, Aaron, for giving me the opportunity to share this. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.
I mean, it really doesn't get any more awesome than that. Thank you, Mitch. What my people? Examine your beliefs today. Do they love and serve you, or do they possess you, or do you possess them? Watch out, because stroke is brutal. When it tries to make you think all types of things that don't love and serve you. It makes you think such negative thoughts about yourself. But don't believe it. Starting today, go back to your beliefs. What you believe about yourself, stroke survivor. Run it through that filter. Does it love and serve me? Does it love and serve the people I serve? If it doesn't love and serve you, get rid of it. How do you get rid of it? Replace it. Replace it with something that does love and serve you. Don't let us take that. Don't keep trying to make, because the mind will pop it up, but to make it believe real by popping up. Oh, see, oh, see, oh, see. It's start popping up. Don't buy it. I want to teach you in the times that we have together that you are not a victim. You're not a victim of your stroke. You're not a victim of your mind. You actually have a lot more control than you think, and I'm going to teach you that. Because that's what really has made me so different in my stroke survival, is I have learned the mind, your mindset. I know Mitch says mindset. I know what he means. Set mind. But I'm saying the positive mind, the way you see reality, it's with hope and possibilities. So as we continue on with this series, it's my big push to get you to realize that stroke, finding your life at stroke, is about mastering your mind. It really is. It's about mastering your mind, because how many of us, I was one of them, and still battle it. How many of us let the negative thoughts that do not love or serve us become a belief? I know I do. I still I'm the one out here teaching and talking about it. It's a battle. It's a daily battle. But the more and more I do it, the more and more you do it, you begin to filter the beliefs you've had in the past about yourself. You begin to filter your current beliefs about your stroke, who you are. That really is what is going to change your life. And that is really going to accelerate your life. And you will find purpose, hope again in your life as a stroke survivor. You know, it's so strange as time has gone by so quick. I want to encourage you, everybody, because I can see this can be a 2, maybe 3-part series. But I want you, if anything we do today, I want you to start examining your beliefs. I want you to start examining your mind, what your thoughts are. The 2 key words are, what does these thoughts or beliefs love me? Do these thoughts or beliefs serve me. Yeah, Kim has a very good point. Sometimes we get stuck in bad stuff. It's easier to believe. And I'm not a psychologist. I do know one. I will be Alan Simberg. And why is it that our minds tend to believe what's bad about us? Why is it easier to believe you're worthless, you're a burden? Why is it easy to believe that me telling you you're amazing, you have purpose in this life? Why is it so hard to believe the truth? Kim, thank you for bringing that. I really don't know. I'm gonna be connecting to my psychologist, Alan Simberg, and ask him why is it easier to believe a negative than a positive. So let's start today examining your beliefs. Let's start today running every thought we have today through those filters. Does it love me? Does it serve me? Does the belief own me, or do I own the belief? Does the thought love me? Does it serve me? Here we are all the time, but I just want to say, people, the use of mindset, the use of the word mindset. What Mitch was trying to say, you got to say flexible. You don't want to have a set mind. But I will say mindset in the context that we use as stroke survivors, as my lead coach, Melissa Troop, uses in a sentence. Mindset is everything, meaning that you could look at the glass half empty or half full. I'm telling you, stroke survivor, your life is half full. Stroke is what happened to you and doesn't define who you are. How you respond to your stroke does. Let me repeat that in closing. Stroke does not define who you are. How you respond to your stroke does. I want to thank everybody for being out there. Boy, the time has flown by. It's amazing. Remember, we meet every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Stroke TV Media YouTube. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So later on, I can get quality guests, raise stroke awareness, and really make an impact for stroke out there in this world. Realize there's over 80 million stroke survivors in this world. We're on a journey together. We are a community. So today, start examining those thoughts. Run through the filters. Start examining your beliefs. You'll be surprised that there's many beliefs you hold true that aren't true, that do not serve you, that end up owning you, beating you down. You don't need that in your life. You're not meant to carry that burden. So today, I encourage you. Does it serve you? Does it love you? Does it make you feel loved? Does it make it serve you? Does it make you feel like you're worth something? So I want to thank y'all for being. I'll try to get Mitch on here so that I can you guys can meet him. I did a show before with him, and on the same topic, I'm going to put a link in the description of the video. But thank you, everybody. We're out of time. This is part one. I guess there's going to be 3 parts of this series. The power of your mind. You are the one. Remember, it's your response to stroke that defines who you are, not the stroke itself. So I love you guys. Everybody have a great day. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you next Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Stroke TV and Media YouTube channel.
Like what you just heard? Visit c-suiteradio.com. C-Suite Radio, turning the volume up on business.